Of the things I thought Josh is getting more of a rhythm with some of our younger receivers. John Aquali, James Price. CJ's always kind of been the hunt, and then Austin Conway, so we're encouraged about that. It wasn't anything super eventful, though. We didn't have any live scrimmaging and any real live tackling. I think it's important just to get our guys in the fold, get them used to carrying the pads. So, questions?
We talked a lot about how productive Tanner and Jake were, and even Hollister were with those young receivers. I mean, is it all right if there's kind of a big three, or would you like to see ideally more a balanced distribution with more guys, or as long as the production's there, does that really matter?
One thing that really changed last year offensively was we became pretty much a 50-50 football team, and that's really difficult to defend. And I think Josh has really stayed on pace, and as reads have got a little bit better, I think our offensive line, the guys on the outside is doing a nice job. But we need to make plays at the wide receiver position. And last year Josh made a lot of plays, but our receivers made a lot of plays as well. And so we feel the promise. I mean, the future looks really bright with these guys, but most of them are somewhat unproven.
With Anthony McCrensky, did it turn out to be an Achilles injury?
Yeah, it's an Achilles tear, and they'll do some surgery, I think, this next week, and that's a pretty long healing process.
I know you moved Jalen Watson over from defense to fullback, and talked to Coach Bath a little bit, but what did you really like? He was a running back in high school, right? So what did you like?
You know what? He's a guy that really, first of all, we noticed to be explosive. He's a physical guy. The other thing we noticed, he's got really good hands and smart. And so you're looking at a guy that's got good feet, good size, good hands, and he's about 250 pounds. And that's, we're looking for some more depth and a thumper to develop at the fullback position. They've got to be able to catch the ball, though, and he's very capable of doing that. I think he played catcher in baseball.
Oh.
At that left guard spot, what do you like that Jason Cole bring to that position? I know Cole was maybe going to step in if Gavin couldn't go in the bowl game, but what do they each bring to that?
First of all, Cole's been here a long time and shown a lot has improved, and Jace was a heavily recruited guy. Both of them have got good size, and Cole's got a lot of experience, and Jace is a smart, aggressive guy, and so it's a good combination.
I know Schwab's getting some time at tackle with Brink and Ryan out. It's a chance for him to maybe establish himself. And again, I know it's just 3 practices. Are you seeing any progress there with him?
Well, first of all, a lot of times at that tackle spot, if you're not noticing him, there's a good chance they're doing some good things, and that's been the case. And we're always excited about having a guy from Wyoming, from Star Valley, come in, and he showed good things in competitiveness when he was on the scout squad, and as he's been in the program longer and longer. We feel good about him being out there. Now, how far he progresses, we'll see, but he's going to get a lot of opportunity.
Coach, it looked like Cooper Roth was really hitting the ball well today.
Yeah, you know what? I thought he's more in phase, and we talked about that next step now after being a freshman for him to become more efficient, and we thought he struck the ball well. Today now is pretty ideal conditions, but we're working on that during the course of spring, and I think he was 100% on those field goals, so we're encouraged about that.
Was it a challenge his first year, towards the end of the year, making sure he had any leg strength left, just playing that much football?
The challenge, I thought, was, for him being a true freshman coming in and continuing to play in those games, and beyond the physical ability, just that mental toughness to be able to go out there and compete at that position is hard and challenging. And so I think that another year, and also for him to understand how competitive it is when you're out there. You run out War Memorial Stadium and everybody's seeing if you're going to make the kick or how well you're going to kick off.
You pleased it's just the first week, Craig, but are you pleased overall where things are after the first week, and what are you really looking toward, maybe toward week 2, I guess?
Pleased with the progress of our football team. I think the strength staff's really done a good job. I think we've come back and entered spring ball in good condition. Seeing some of the younger players, like we talked about with the receivers, come around. A little bit displeased right now with the number of balls that are on the ground between the center and quarterback exchange. That needs to get cleaned up. And then I think defensively in the back end, we're still giving up some deep balls, and we need to improve on that. Thanks.
Coach,